In this tutorial, I will explain how to delete and edit entries. To delete entries, Index Manager provides exactly one way to delete entries. Select entries to delete from the index list and press the Delete key on your keyboard. There are two similar entries here in this example. I'm going to delete one of them. As I skim through the index list, I also see an entry to be corrected. So, to edit entries in the index list, double-click on a column for direct corrections or free input. You can edit every column of an entry this way. You can also make changes by using the context menu. Use this menu to make changes faster instead of changing entries one by one. To get to the context menu, right mouse click an entry or a selection of entries. The options Edit Entry and Duplicate Entry will then display. Additional functions can also display from the context menu. Any other functions listed here will be from your personal collection. I'll show you later. You can establish new functions or shortcuts via the Index Action dialog. For example, I like to quickly assign entries to different indexes. I also often need the bold and italic format for my entries. The context menu is also an efficient way to double post entries by duplicating one or a selection of entries and then switching heading levels, such as File Format XML and XML file formats. Duplicate entry creates an identical index entry anchored at the same position in the text. Edit entry opens selected index entries in the edit window. Click again, switch heading levels. This is really useful when you're editing numerous entries. I often work in index mode, where I can expand the edit window. Index mode is the best mode for quality reviews. The interface displays the index preview in a multi-column view, and you can adjust the number and width of columns. You can make corrections directly in the index window or in the edit window. I correct selected entries, then click the relevant heading levels to find entries with the switched headings in the index list. You can make expansive alterations in the edit window. For example, sometimes I use the plural form for a term for headings, and sometimes I use the singular form. To correct this, I enter a search term in the search field, and then select all the listed entries, open them in the edit pane. Using Find and Replace, I can then change the plural entries to the singular entry. Changes will be displayed instantly in the right window. You can confirm your changes via reviewing the Set button. These separate windows are really useful for complex find and replace tasks and for searching with regular expressions or patterns. You can search and replace in main headings and in subheadings and in every displayed column. Notice the black triangle here in the drop-down menu. Click on the black triangle to select the columns of the list to display. Changed records are displayed in revised form in the index list and in the text. You can also drag and drop to move entries from the index preview window to the edit window. You can also make corrections directly in the index preview. For example, here I'm adjusting the spelling of the word cross-reference to appear as one word. Again, alterations will be carried out in all affected places and instantly displayed in revised form in both the index list and in the source text. When you make a correction in the index preview, that correction is made for all the corresponding records in the loaded files.